Hello, testing 1 2 3. Hello, testing 1 2 3. Oh, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Greetings from Mr. Faraz Mansour. Hi. So, as you all know, shall we start now? Yeah. I mean, a motivational song might be a good idea. So, if I say motivational song, it might be hearts on fire, strong desire. Cut it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I thought it's better to join some music before we start our work. And as you know, we are doing our IPv4 videos, and I'm your host, not host. Yeah, whatever it is. Faraz, and you can follow me on faraz.mansour, my YouTube channel, and go into my playlists. And then, as you all know, in Networking Fundamentals, I will be uploading these videos. So let's crack on with it. So today, we will be doing Class A subnetting again. Thank you. Sorry, I got a very different and not silly though, maybe for some unique style of doing IP address videos. So let's crack on with it. Anyone? Everyone? No? Okay, right. Let's choose one class A IP address. 10.86.95.133. Now, if you see anything starting with 10, mostly, all the time will be class A, remember. And just to let you know, that's the first octet, that's the second octet, that's the third octet, and that's the fourth octet. Fine. Now, in this scenario, we are very lucky that in this proper question of troubleshooting or what we're going to do, we know our subnet mask. So what is our subnet mask? I'm just going to tell you. Now, there's a twist to it. I am not using Class A subnet mask with it. So according to the requirements of the network, sometimes you will need to use different subnet masks from different classes. So I will be using Class C subnet mask. Remember, this is not a Class A subnet mask. So 255.255.255.224. So ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, this is Class C subnet mask. So it is a very sort of requirement-oriented, requirement analysis, Class A subnets and Class C mask. Perfect. Now, what we are going to find here is that we have to find the subnet this IP address is on. So we are, I hope I could improve my writing. Yeah. So we are finding, everyone, hello you there, concentrate. Oh, thank you so much. Right. So we are finding subnet. What subnet is used for our class A IP address? So let's start. So as we know that our IP address is, I'm going to say it again faster, 10.86.95, no, slowly. 10.86.95.133 in a decent manner, right? So now, what will be my plan of action? So I'm looking that I've got an IP address. I have got a subnet mask as well. Well done. So when we don't have a subnet mask, then usually we'll have a slash notation on the side. So first we have to find out the slash notation, then we'll be carrying on, then we will be carrying on. Oh my god, my English is so weird. Right. Now, here if there was a slash notation, I'll convert that into dotted decimal and then we'll move forward. So in this scenario, let's carry on. So we are finding what subnet is this going to be on when our subnet mask is this. So if you feel confused, you can carry on watching my videos in my networking fundamentals playlist, and you can watch these as well. You won't learn the logic in just one go. So what you have to do is carry on watching them again and again, then you will know what I'm doing. So my next plan of action would be number 2. Actually, it might be number 1. It's fine anyways. So I will apply 256 rule, which is, as I have shown in my previous videos, you have to subtract the value from 256. So what we will be doing is we will be working in the 4th octet, which is this one here, of subnet mask. So remember, whenever you are doing a 256 rule, you don't go with 255. Here, the lowest value that we have is 224. So what we'll be doing is, I will try to work on my increments or find the ranges through this octet, because this is all 255, 255. So I am interested in 224. So 256 minus 224 is anyone? Thank you, 128. So now I have got this idea that somewhere, somehow, 128 is involved somewhere. So our ranges, so remember, I am not using all the increments in octet number 2 and octet number 3 to save time. So our ranges or subnets in some cases will be 10, because as we have worked in the 4th octet, so our increments will be in the 4th octet here. So our subnet will show here. We're going to start going through increments from this side to that side. So not to make it more confusing, 10.0.0. So what was the first one? Is always 0, remember. So first range is 0.0. Now, if I carry on with the second range, 10.0, I think my page is slipping a bit. Yeah. So that's going to be 128. So similarly, we will carry on with it. Now, if I see my IP address, I know that there is 133 down there. So we can't stop. So as I know that 256 minus 224 is going to be, sorry, I think I need to learn maths again. Is 32. See, by learning, when you go back and see, then you know what your mistakes are. So very kindly, this is not 128. This is actually, so I am reassembling my videos. This is 10, so 256 minus 224. So that's going to happen like this, and 224, and 6 minus 4 is 2. Subtract 4, 2, and 5 minus subtract 32. Yes, correct. So our ranges are going to go in 32 increments and addition of 32. So let's see. The next one will be 64. So as I know, let's see. I'll probably do it in the other page, because this is getting really crowded in there. Right, so let's write our increments down again. So 10.0.0.0, increment number 1. So increments are happening here, but I am not looking here. I'm just concentrating on these values. The increments will be happening here. I'll show you in a little while. So this is our ranges, and this is how our subnet mask will work. Sorry, excuse me. Right, so I had too much breakfast, I think. So you're looking what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm adding 32. 32 plus 32, 64. Then this is how our ranges will work. 96. So we add 32 more. And then we add 32 more. So my idea behind this is we have to get to the point where, as you know, there is 133. So we'll carry on with 133. Let's see where it takes us. So etc. etc. So after 96, it's going to be 128. And then similarly, we'll carry on to 160. And we'll stop at 160. So 10.0.0.160. Now if I am using the increments, so this will look like this. So our original IP address was 10.86. What was the next one? 95.133. So if I'm going to use increments in the second and third, which I haven't done here to save time, to not show them at the moment, I'll show them right here. So what we are finding out in this troubleshooting method is what's the subnet this IP address is on. So remember this 10 dot, now I'm going to do it with increment, so it's going to show like this. So 10.86. So we'll be looking at these two instruments. These two increments I'm very interested in is this one and that one. So here through the increments we have found out this subnet mask. No, this is not a subnet mask. Through the increments we have found out this subnet. Yes, remember, just to let you know, don't mix yourself up. This is subnet mask, and it always starts with 255. Remember, let's go back for us. Right, yeah, definitely I had too much breakfast. Right, so 10.86.95. Any guesses, boys and girls? Are you here? Yes. So yeah, that's 128. So see, when I do it with increments, it's going a bit up though, right? Keep it down, bruv. Keep it down, right? 10.86.95 and 128. So when we start incrementing, it will give us this subnet. I'm interested in it because we have to find out the subnet of this IP address. That's our main purpose. So that's the subnet before this IP address. Now after this IP address, this subnet is here. So remember, this IP address is here. So this subnet is before this IP address, and this subnet is after this. So these are subnets. What are these subnets? Remember. So now we have to find out what. So what's the subnet for this IP address? The subnet this IP address is on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have already found out. So the subnet of this one is... Anyone? You know, I know, everyone knows. The answer is this. Thank you. So if you don't understand it, keep on watching it again and again. You will know. So first, what I do is I apply 256 rule. So then I find out the ranges, and then I find out the subnet. And after finding out the subnet, I can actually compare and see 133, that's our original IP address, comes in between these two subnets. But they want, or I want, or the examiner wants, or the question wants us to concentrate on the subnet of this IP address. This is not going to be the subnet of this IP address. Yes, if it was 163, so that would have been. But this is 133, and that value falls in between these two subnets. So obviously it will be a valid host here. So yeah, so this is our answer. 10 126.86.95.128. Remember, be more neater than me and you'll be all right. So that's actually the subnet. Now, just as a concern, if someone says to you, what will be the last valid host in this subnet? Or, if someone gives you this subnet and says, what will be the last valid host in this scenario? So the last valid host in this subnet is going to be, remember, so that's the next subnet, as we all know, is 160. Fine. So let me just move my camera up a bit. So I'm going to do 10.86.95. If you're getting bored, don't worry. You'll be all right next time when you do it. These are the easier way of doing subnetting rather than, moving into different, because I've done it so many ways before as well, but this one is more ideal for me. Now, if you see, last valid host can't be 159, dot 159. This will carry on 10.86.95.150. Okay, well, 159 is your what? Broadcast address. So broadcast address cannot be used as a valid host here in this scenario. So our valid host is going to be, this is 159, we can't use it, 158. So if someone counter asks your question, what will be the, okay, now that you have found out that this is the subnet for this IP address, using the same scheme of IP address, what will be your last valid host? So you have to say that your last valid host is going to be 10.86.95.158. Don't say 100, because that's a valid address. This one is going to be broadcast address .159. Hopefully you'll understand my videos, and please do repeat it again and again. If you feel I've tried to cut it short, but it always goes faster, runs faster. I'll be uploading more videos if time allows. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Be happy. Bye bye.